Hello everyone and welcome back to Cheap RV Living. My name is Brian, I'm your host today, and today we have the pleasure of hooking up with David and MeeHae, and they are going to show us their beautiful van. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
It's our pleasure. Thank you.
It's a beautiful build. I noticed it from a distance, and I mostly noticed the all the storage rack up top, so we'll show you guys that later. But how long did it take for you guys to build this out?
It took, once we got going, it took about 6 months.
6 months, okay.
But there was definitely, analysis paralysis that set in. Oh my goodness, and I remember he's like, are you going to ever get going on the build?
I've had that analysis paralysis so many times, so I totally get that. Yeah. And just so before we do the tour, what kind of vehicle is this?
It's a Sprinter 170 Extended.
Okay, and what year is it?
2019.
2019, excellent. Okay, and did you buy it new?
We did.
Excellent, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and take a look inside if you don't mind giving me a tour.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, let's go, guys.
Yeah. Come on in. This is ET, by the way, short for eternity.
Okay, ET Eternity. I like it. So I first noticed that you guys have the netting there. That's excellent. And so you're attached right here, it looks like, with Velcro?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Velcro all the way around, and yeah, we just happened to come up on it.
It was on Facebook Marketplace.
Through Marketplace.
Okay. Very good. And then you can, it looks like you can unzip it and roll it up if you wanted to.
That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it's a magnet enclosure. That's great. Keeps the bugs out, keeps out the annoying interviewer maybe.
Oh, yeah. We knew we were going to live in it for about 10 years.
Okay.
Plus, and so we wanted everything to be more comfortable, I guess, the comfort of somewhat home.
Okay.
And so we ended up putting everything kind of large size for everything. I mean, our sink is, your regular size sink.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And we use it as a, as a rack, dry rack, and
That's a really deep sink too.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
Our fridge is, quite large
massive.
fridge, massive with freezer on the bottom.
Okay.
But everything's been built out of trying to keep the weight down out of extruded aluminum.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which turned out to be really a godsend because it's so sturdy. You'll see, like, for example, most of the framing is done with these extruded aluminum.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then, of course, we built all the wood, the drawers. I mean, everything was done from scratch. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was interesting.
And so you mentioned 10 years that you want to live in here. What is that all about? Like, what do you want to do in 10 years?
Plans to actually travel around the world.
Travel around the world?
At least that's the idea. Like somebody said, it's an idea, not a plan. I really like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to do Latin America. Ship it where we need to. Obviously, from Brazil to Europe is one shipping that we'll probably do. Obviously from Panama to Colombia is another one.
Okay.
And then eventually from Asia to even Australia, which is where I'm from. So well, out here we're going to use this tonight, so that's why it's out. It's our Ninja Foodie. It's an air fryer and an Instant Pot in one.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
it has a pressure cooker function. I mean, we use it quite a bit, and we obviously got a lot of solar and battery bank to be able to do that. And then our induction stove is in here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, we just pull that out and spice rack.
Gotcha.
That's like one of my favorite features in the van.
Yeah.
No, it was hilarious. I mean, if this was like the only thing she wanted, she's like, if anything else, you've got to build a spice rack, and you've got to measure it to certain measurements and
yeah.
how
I
many
mean,
spices.
he and a friend were doing the build, and I was nagging them every day.
Yeah, that's
spice
perfect.
rack. The air fryer will go in here, and
Okay,
then
in
we've
the
just
bottom
got
one.
like coffee stuff, kettle, things like that in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen those kind of mechanisms. What are those?
These are locking mechanism.
Okay.
So when we first built this out and didn't put these in,
Uh-huh.
I mean, literally, we had a drawer ensemble. I mean, we would turn the corner and it was bam, bam, bam. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
So it's just a button. There's a locking mechanism, and then there's a latching mechanism on the other side that we can actually,
Okay.
hook onto, and it actually
It's just a push button.
That's it.
And
Yeah.
wow, that is great. That's super secure. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So and then down here is just
Pots and pans.
pots and pans and
Miscellaneous.
yeah,
Okay.
cooking stuff. And,
Bowls and
Gotcha.
things.
and over here we try to make as much room as possible because our sink came to more or less took about 2/3 of.
Oh, so part of your sink is covered up by a board right now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
it's just
Oh,
a
I
chopping
didn't-
board. So
yeah.
yeah, that's.
Oh, so
that
that
sink
really
as
is a
well.
large
That's like
sink.
a massive sink.
Yeah, this is
That's
probably
excellent.
one of the larger kitchen sinks
Yeah.
in a camper van.
Okay.
But yeah, it's utensils, and then we've got
Yeah, cooking utensils.
cooking
Okay.
utensils and just kind of junk stuff down there.
Gotcha.
Um,
And then, so regarding cooking and so forth, how much fresh water do you guys have in here?
we have about 36 gallons.
Okay. Is that one big tank?
Two.
Two.
Yeah, 21-gallon tank, which is in the tire carriage,
Okay.
spare tire carriage.
Oh,
And
all
then
right.
we've got, we relayed it into another 15-gallon tank.
Oh, okay.
So we tied it in.
So they're connected.
They're connected.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got a separate tank for shower.
Okay.
So we don't go through our drinking water as quick. So, I mean, 36 gallons lasts us about 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks.
Okay. Because you don't shower with that water.
No.
No.
Okay. So what do you do for shower water?
So we came across on YouTube DIYs for recirculating showers.
No kidding.
So we've got a additional 8-gallon tank
Okay.
that we circulate the water through, and we have a 6 filtration system that filters all the way through. And at the end, there's a UV light filtration
Okay.
that kills all the bacteria. Because the heating system we have in here, it's a hydronic heating.
Okay.
And it's got heating exchangers. So we have one heating mechanism that heats up our drinking, cooking water, our shower, as well as our cabin.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, so that's your heating system in the cabin.
Yeah, as well.
Wow. So you don't have a furnace, you don't have a little buddy heater or anything like that. You
No.
just
It's a S-bar diesel. I think it's called D2E something. I forget the model number name.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's what it does is it obviously for the pump
yeah.
it uses electricity, but I mean it just sips on the diesel.
No
I
kidding.
mean,
And it's
literally.
tied into your main tank.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have Nature's Head.
Okay.
It's a composting toilet.
Oh, gotcha. Those are
you
pretty
know,
common.
It's it's wonderful. I mean,
Yeah.
one great thing that we did additional was to get an additional urine tank.
Yeah. That
which
makes sense.
Really helps.
And how long have you guys been on the road now?
Full time.
Almost coming up on 4
Yeah.
months.
4 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you said full time. Did you do like a part-time trip before or just kind of weekend trips?
Yeah, we did a few 2-week, 3-week trips here and there while we were doing the build.
Okay.
And obviously, I think the first trip we did was, we just slept on the floor and
Okay,
there was
yeah.
nothing in
Sure.
here. And then we
Uh-huh.
did another trip when we had some bones in and
Okay.
things like that. So.
So our bed, as you can
Guys, sit
see,
down.
is up top, and it drops down. Most people, or a lot of people, use I think what they call Happy Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we ended up going with these linear actuators because now we can actually equalize when we're on slants, hills. I mean, it's wonderful, and all you do is there's a little lever mechanism back here.
Okay.
Electric. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just pull this thing down, and then we can just drop the bed.
Not too low, please.
It just drops down, and then it goes up. So this is.
So
you can do one at a time as well.
So with that, then you suddenly now have a living space or a entertainment space.
Yeah, living
Available.
space, entertainment, office. We've had how many dinner parties in here?
Several.
with some friends.
What's the most number of people you've had in here at once,
Probably only 5.
5, I think.
Yeah,
including
and it
you
was-
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, including
Yeah,
us.
Gotcha. And was it cozy? Was it nice?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was perfect. Getting in and out, like that person to try
Yeah.
to get in and out, it's a little tough. Everyone has to get out. But
Can't you just push them out the back door?
yeah, we could.
We tried, but
yeah.
they don't
like that.
cooperate.
Yeah, well, you really have to push hard.
The good thing about this as well is that if we have guests fly in, then we can turn this into a bunk bed system. So
Oh.
our bed up top is a full queen size.
Okay.
Of course, we had to cut. We
The
use
length of
these,
it, yeah.
memory foam. So we
Okay.
cut off maybe about 4 inches in length.
Okay, gotcha.
But the width is full queen size length or width, and then down here is a king size bed.
Oh, no
So
kidding.
this thing goes across the middle, and then these
These are the extra
cushions go in the middle, and
Oh.
it turns into a king size bed.
Oh, no kidding. So you would just not drop it down quite as low then?
Right. Well, it depends on if we like them or not.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. So, or if they're small, small kids or something. Yeah, you're fine.
So all this is closet storage
Okay.
that we have. There's a big section down here, of course, up
You
there.
can take a look if you like. I don't know how clean it is in there.
Gotcha. Okay. And look, then you also have a mirror there, which is
A little bit cracked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent.
And then, as MeeHae was saying, we've got a pantry
Oh
that
yeah,
has.
this is another one of my favorite features
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So it's a pull-out pantry.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty heavy. Got a lot of stuff in there. So
Yeah. When we were talking about electricity earlier, what kind of solar panels or how much solar panels do you have on top? Tell me about your electrical system.
Yeah, so we ended up we wanted as large solar or electrical array as possible. So
Okay.
we ended up going with 305 watt solar panels, and we got 4 of them up there
Oh, okay, gotcha.
on top of what we call our toy box.
Okay.
And so that's what 1.22 kilowatts.
Wow.
Of solar.
Perfect.
And then our battery bank is a 560 amp hours, but we have it as a 24 volt, so it's a 280 amp hour 24 volt system.
Okay.
The reason why we did that, I think everyone knows that it's just conserves energy.
Gotcha.
It's
More efficient.
Yeah.
Yep,
Efficiency.
absolutely.
We ended up going with a all-in-one charger inverter system rather than having it pieced out,
Okay.
just because it made sense for us, and after doing the math, it just seemed like it was a better way to go.
Okay.
And easier adaptation rather than having to
Piecemeal it together.
right.
Okay. No, that makes sense. All right. Well, let's run outside and we'll take a look at some of these things outside as well.
You have a campfire that you bring with you, a
Yeah.
couple chairs and stuff.
Priorities.
Yep. And then you'd mentioned the storage box, and so that is up there, which that thing is incredible. And I also noticed that your panels are tilted. So how did you do that? Do you go up there and do them yourself?
Yeah. It's the same thing as the bed. We used linear actuators.
Oh,
So we've got 3 of them, mainly for, some people use only 2, but we decided to use 3, and
Okay.
this mainly for just keep the wobbleness and, keep it a little more sturdy. So you just press a button, it goes up, press a button, it drops down.
that is
Yeah,
incredible.
so we can drop it right now because the sun is about gone anyway. So yeah, you just press a button and it comes down. And as you can see, our toy box has, you can get in from the side, so there's 3 doors from the passenger side,
Okay.
and then from the back as well, where I get into my surfboards and
Okay.
various different gear that I need for my surfing activity. I think the actuators were about 40 each.
Okay. And how many do you have up there?
We've got 3.
3 of them.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, 120. By the time I think we were said and done with the the extruded aluminum as well as the aluminum sidings, I think we were in. I think it was less than maybe $800.
Oh, no kidding. That is so cheap.
Yeah, it was pretty inexpensive.
Okay. So coming down to Baja, because that's where we're currently at, do you feel this is a good build for Baja?
Yeah, it has been so far.
Good.
One thing, it was heavy. By the time we were said and done, I mean, this thing was a bit heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The back end sagged, so we had to upgrade. So we ended up putting, it originally had 1 leaf spring. We had put in 8.
Okay.
So added 7 leaf springs,
wow.
and then, upgraded our shocks and
Okay.
yeah, so that really helped. And so it brought our
The
tail
sway
end
bar
back
as well.
up, and yeah, the sway
Okay.
bar as well.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, we've been
Yeah.
able to go anywhere and everywhere, and so rather than going with a ladder in the back, we ended up going with this telescoping ladder.
Oh, yeah.
And so these telescoping ladder, we can literally move it around from, whatever sides we need to get in to to the attic or to the toy box.
Yeah, because you have doors everywhere around on the storage unit up there, so you won't, just one ladder wouldn't do.
No, no,
Okay.
it wouldn't do.
That makes sense.
And
So.
then, so we put in a slide-out drawer in the middle.
Oh.
So this goes in fairly deep, as you can see.
Yeah.
A lot of people, what we've seen is they'll have like a 2 bench seats if they have a lifting bed.
It's like a U-shaped couch is what they have.
Or a bench seats, right?
Okay.
But instead, because we're floor dwellers, I mean, we love to sit on the floor, so we decided to raise our floor and, you know, put in as much storage as possible. So,
And so that just slides out for easier access.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
excellent. Guys, thank you so much for letting me take a tour of your van. That is such an incredible build. I love the bed system that it comes down. I also love the recirculating shower and the solar panels that extend and retract. That is amazing. So thank you so much. If anybody wants to follow you on your adventures, because you're, you know, on your 10-year plan, if anybody wants to follow you on your adventures, how can we follow you?
And first of all, it's an idea, not a plan.
That's right. Sorry. I stand corrected.
Yeah, and just our Instagram is probably the best thing. It's Ancient Sojourners.
Okay.
Is our Instagram.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
yeah.
One
And
word.
we'll put a
All
link.
one word, yeah.
One word, okay.
Yeah.
And we'll put a link in the bio for that. And well, guys, it was such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for the tour, and I hope you guys have an incredible journey. It sounds like so much fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you everyone for tuning in today. We really appreciate your support. What did you think of the build? I thought that was amazing. My favorite part was the recirculating shower. I think that is one of the cooler things I've seen. What are your thoughts? What's your favorite part about this build? Please let us know in the comments below. In the meantime, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and help support us in what we're doing. But until next time, so long, and see you guys down the road.